Hi there guys and welcome to this Plonker 88 production. I'm your host Gareth Archer, and as you can see on the table is a neon Nintendo Switch. Now some people are going to be scratching their heads, and you're going to be scratching your heads definitely when you find out how I acquired the Nintendo Switch. Let's just say, for those of you that follow me, this is the only console I now have in the house, as an up-to-date console I now have in the house. I still have a Wii U, I still have a Wii, I still have a original Xbox, if that's any consolation. But in terms of up-to-date modern console, this is the only one I have in the house. There is going to be an explanation coming up in an upcoming video, and there's also going to be a video on this little puppy, which is my new phone, which is a Sony Xperia XZ Premium. But that's not the focus of this video. This is the focus of this video. So I've been here for about an hour, just pottering around, doing some other stuff, relaxing, because I've been out for most of the morning. And I was just getting into unboxing this when I thought, hang on a minute, I want this to be on camera, because I actually think this is a pretty decent unboxing experience. So without further ado, let's get into this, because I am known for rambling. So this is the front of the box. You can see the Switch in its dock with the neon controllers. I did go for neon for reasons. I know that some people prefer the grey. I go for the neon simply because I then know the left and right. Yes, it's easy to distinguish, the left and right, but having them red and blue makes it easier for me. If we go to the back, that's the Switch with the two Joy-Cons being locked into place, and this is all the blurb on the back, on the bottom, sorry. You've got some stuff on the side there, and you've got some stuff on the other side telling you the contents, but we don't need to read that because I'm about to show you. So let's get into this. You open up the flap here, and when you look inside, just below here, it tells you on the side here is actually a quick start guide for the Switch. I think that's a really good place of putting that quick start guide. You open up the box, and there we are, presented with the Switch and the two Joy-Cons. So my first impressions when I unbox this is this is a lot smaller than I thought it would be, and boy does this have some heft. I mean, this is powered by a very impressive NVIDIA Tegra chip. It's a custom Tegra chip. Bloody hell, is a powerful bit of kit, but this has got a lot more heft to it than I thought it might have. More on that in a minute. We then get to the Joy-Cons. We take the blue one out. They do have a rubbery type feel to them. All of the various buttons have a distinct click to them and feel very high quality. You've got the rail there with the SL and the SR, and you've got all different bits and bobs. So that's the blue Joy-Con. I'm just going to put it all back into the various packaging that I've got, because I'm not actually going to set up the Switch just yet, because I know that it requires plugging in and all sorts. I'm going to do that in my own time, and then I'll do a follow-up video at some point of my experience with the Switch. Also underneath the Switch, you get the quick start guide and some of the features of the Switch, namely the kickstand and where the SD card goes, and I'll show you that now. So here's the Switch. I haven't actually taken the Switch out of the bag yet. So there's the Switch. Very nice. The back of the Switch. There's the kickstand, the now notorious kickstand that has got a very distinct open and close to it. That's where your SD card goes. Very nice. That's where your game cards go. So if you open up, there's your game cards. Power, volume. Just gonna focus a little bit. Oh, sorry, not the camera as well. Volume, power, vent, because it does have a fan inside it, I do believe. Headphone jack. Are they the speakers on the back? Yeah. rear-facing stereo speakers. Kind of interesting. But if you have the stand flipped out, and you can stand up quite nicely. It's wonky because it's on a box, but hey, you get the impression. Very nice. Gonna stick that back inside the bag for now, and you've got the, there you go, you can see the rails on the side for the Joy-Cons. You then go beneath this layer. I'm going to put that over there for now, and in here you get the dock, which is quite important. So here is the Nintendo Switch dock with the AC adapter, USB and HDMI out. That USB is primarily used for peripherals. You can get the USB to network adapter for that. That has a quite distinct close on it, and that is the dock. Not much more I can say about the dock than that. Next up we have the control grip. This is where you stick the Joy-Cons in here if you want to play, you know, normal gaming mode, I suppose, for lack of a better term. And you also get the Joy-Con wrist straps, I think they're called, but they're also extenders. If we focus in, they're also extenders for the SL and SR buttons. So there we go, focus back in on the box, put that back in there. And you also get the HDMI lead, quite important, as well as the power cable, and the power cable is a USB-C reversible cable. Excuse me. Yes, so everything, also, I forgot to say this, you do get 2 additional USB slots on the side there. There we go. So, yes, the Nintendo Switch is powered and, well, completely operated by USB-C. And if you don't know, USB-C can carry video as well as sound and all that kind of stuff. It's USB-C is a very versatile bit of kit, very versatile, what's the word, cable and protocol in a lot of ways. But yes, that's been my version of the unboxing of the Nintendo Switch. A nice, short, sweet Nintendo Switch unboxing. Yes, some people are going to be quite surprised about what has gone on here, why I have a Nintendo Switch, why I don't have any other modern consoles. All will be explained in an upcoming video. So subscribe if you haven't to my channel to find out what this is all about, why I've gone for a Switch. If you're wondering what games I've gotten so far, I have gotten Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm looking at another game very soon because I do have a couple of things to trade in to game, and then I'll be able to get something else, another game. Hopefully we'll see where things go. At the moment I have Breath of the Wild, as that is probably the best thing for showing off what this thing does essentially. And I believe I've dropped the bubble wrap for the dock, so I'm going to put this all back in here so I can get it downstairs essentially. And I am now going to go away, set the Switch up, because you do require to dock it to set it all up. Excuse me. And I'll be back later on with my impressions of the Nintendo Switch. If you could, for me guys, give this a like or dislike depending on your feelings. If your feelings are more complicated, or if you wish to have a discussion with me or somebody else, then please pop a comment down to the comment section down below. As I do like to say, YouTube is a social media platform. Let's make it social. Let's take it back from the trolls. And if you haven't already, you can click that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I do. To stay notified with what I do, then please hit the bell icon. That will enable you to receive a notification to your device of choice every time I upload a video. And as always guys, you have been a very patient and supportive audience. And until next time, please take care. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Cheerio.